I want to tell a story that is not exactly happy, but I hope it can go somewhere that might give us a little bit more of a light. I was assigned male at birth. I grew up knowing that I was not male. I knew that I was a girl when I was young. And this is in the 80s and the 90s, when being, or talking about being a girl, if you were a boy, was impossible. I found refuge in The Little Mermaid. I would create wild and crazy stories of my imagination where I was just me. And I hung on. I hung on for as long as I could until I could make the changes I needed to. I transitioned about 10 years ago, and a lot has changed. I've noticed in the news, there's a lot of talk about trans youth, supporting trans youth. There's people who even say that we finally made it. But I discovered very intimately last year that this is not true. Purely by accident, I became a surrogate parent, so to speak, to a young trans child. She was 5 years old when she started first talking about her gender not matching with the one assigned to her at birth. And two of her parents, 1,000% behind her. The best you could have. The other two, on the other hand, thought this was something we were infecting her with. Child transitioned to they, them pronouns, non-binary. It worked for about 6 months, but the other parents became so painful to her that she gave up. 4 months after that, she started asking me to put her to bed at night and help her get dressed in the morning. I wrote a story for her about being different. She eventually came out again, and this time as a girl. And our collective family was behind her 1,000%. That sounds like a fairy tale ending in some ways, but it was not a fairy tale ending. She'd go to school and get bullied by the other students, by other kids, telling her she was pretending to be a girl, that she wasn't really one. The staff would misgender her at the school. Her other parents, and I'm not talking about the amazing parents, I'm talking about the very sweet, very nice, hippie Olympia parents, decided that, again, this was something we had manufactured. They would tell her week after week that they knew who she truly was, which was a boy. That because she liked and felt angry about things, that meant she definitely was not a girl. Because she was born with male genitalia, a penis, then nope, there's only one way. Nope, you're either born male or female. This child was 7 years old. Still, she persisted. We talk about how things are getting better. But you know what has happened to this kiddo? She gave up again. She gave up again, and I'm not entirely clear what the reasons why. Maybe it's because, it was a phase. Maybe it was because the other parents kept telling her that her mom was making her trans. We need to do better than this. All of us grew up in a world that has told us that male means, having a penis means you're male, and having a vagina means you're female, and if you're not, then you're intersex or you're something defective. A lot of us, especially me, grew up with this idea that I was defective because I felt like I was a girl. We are still teaching in 2017 in Olympia, one of the most safest spaces I've found on this planet for trans women. We are still telling our trans girls, we are teaching them that they aren't who they really are because our understanding, our collective understanding of gender and sex is based on pseudoscience. I will not be celebrating Pride this year. I will grieve for the girlhood, for the life that this child will not get to have because the time between 1988 and 2017 has not been enough. I urge you all of you, to Google what sex and gender mean, to read the research. Tell your families, tell your friends. We can make a difference and we can make a new future if we only have the strength and the courage to speak up for those we love. Thank you.